Hi everybody, this is Matt from Love, here with another episode of your favourite series, Matt Chat. So if you tuned in last week, you would know that what I'm discussing at the moment is how to make the most out of your investment and making sure you treat it like a business. Last week what I spoke about was how you get the best yield, or what is your yield, and how do you make sure that that yield is reflective of your property's true value. The second thing I want to talk about today is regard to maximisation. So what does that mean? There's a few different things that it can come up with, but in simple is how do I get the most out of the property what I'm living at? So there's a couple of ways that you can do that. One obviously is yield. That's pretty straightforward. We discussed that last week. This week, what I want to talk about more is how do I get more out of the current property? Could it be that I put in a granny flat? Could I subdivide it? What about internally? Can I do a little bit of upgrading to certain areas? Maybe it's just painting, or maybe it's just doing floors or a kitchen or a bathroom. So how can I get the absolute most out of it? If I've had a property that's been sitting there untouched for 5 to 10 years or 15 years, you're not going to get the same return. People love that freshness and newness and will pay more for it. The other side is, what if I've got a 600 or 700 square metre block? The house that's on there at the moment is not that big. Can I put a granny flat on there? And the reason that's a great way to maximise, because the cost to build a granny flat compared to the yield you're going to get out of it means that you'll have a much greater impact on your ability to maximise the profits that come out of it. So they're just a couple of little ways. Obviously there's a lot more, and if you want to have a discussion about your property, your investment, and how you can maximise what you're getting out of it, obviously I'd love to speak to you about that. Feel free to call me on 49588555. Next week will be the last of our 3-part series on how to make your property investment the best business it can be, where I'll start talking to you about your capital growth. That's Matt Chat for this week. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you next week. Very good.